So Google just announced cutting 12,000 jobs globally. My thoughts and praise go out to my coworkers in America who got an email that they are affected. Now, this is an opportunity to talk about some financial news in general, as well as tying this into the necessity of having an emergency fund. So these 12,000 jobs that are being laid off from Google is only adding to a broader trend. In big tech, we've seen, for example, Microsoft, Meta, Salesforce, Twitter, etc. doing layoffs. We've seen Wall Street do this with Goldman Sachs, for example. And these are only the job cuts that are actually making the news. Of course, other verticals, industries are affected as well. Maybe you yourself, someone you know, someone you care about has been laid off. But one trend is going through everything, and that's that from the top, from the CEO perspective, we always hear that they take full responsibility for the layoffs. But of course, as you know, the consequences of a layoff and loss of income is something that's being carried by the individual worker and the worker's family themselves. And this is why it's so important to actually have an emergency fund. And what you will hear from a lot of financial advisors is that it's good to have 6 months of living expenses at least. And this will of course be different if you live in a trailer park and can survive on $10,000 a year. You will not need as much money as a doctor who maybe lives a different lifestyle and needs $100,000 a year. So saving up for an emergency fund is something that everyone can do, everyone can benefit from, because can you really put a price tag on the peace of mind that you get from having a large sum of money in your bank account in case something bad such as a layoff happens to you? Well, it's really difficult. And just to comment on the future, layoffs happen today, layoffs will happen again in the future. So you can see this not only as a big, worrying, scary event, but also as an opportunity to maybe start that emergency fund that you've been putting off saving into. And if not for your own sake, also for your family's sake, this is something really important that, in my opinion, is something that should be done before starting to invest into different financial opportunities. I think that this is the first priority to have on lockdown for a stable personal finance situation. All right, so that's been my thought on these financial news, commenting on how it ties into a personal finance necessity. All right, as always, hope you guys make a ton of money, whatever investments you decide to make. Take care now. Bye bye.